You need a medical doctor, you need a lawyer, and you need your pastor. You are doing your calling. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not doing my calling. Why would you put me on the spot that way? My love language to my friends is mostly my act of service.
A lot of African parents say this thing especially when we're in secondary school. They'll tell you that right now is not the time to make friends. But to me, I feel like back then was the time to make friends. Hi guys, welcome to another episode on Hype Pulse. This is my second day in Manchester and I slept over. We had the podcast yesterday. As usual, I come to meet my guests at their place. Well, funny enough, Richard, yesterday, I came to meet him here. He cooked for me. I'm the host, but he too tends to be the host.
Yeah,
just the same thing that happened yesterday night too. When I came here, you two cooked.
I just think it's just good behavior, good manners that obviously if you're having like visitors or guests over, you'd have to cook something, because it doesn't. I mean, being in Nigeria here, because entertainment being in Nigeria, like entertaining guests is one of our thing. For me, I barely receive guests because my friends that come here, we don't really cook for ourselves. We just chill and just drink and whatnot.
But to be honest, these guys, the two of them, they made me feel bad. Why? Because the food that they made for me was...
You can't cook.
Richard... No, I can cook, but it's just that I can cook when I want to cook. When I want to cook, but it's just that I don't see it as something special. It's going to enter my stomach now. So
what do you cook in your day to day?
Rice, beans.
What kind of rice?
Spaghetti, white rice, jollof rice. Sometimes.
You cook jollof rice?
Yes.
Okay.
I cook jollof rice.
Interesting. I'm going to come to your house one of these days.
You're invited, but the only problem is that most of the time I don't cook for my guests. It's either they eat what is in the freezer.
Surprise.
Something.
If I had done that to you, I told you the alternative. I
told you yesterday now, before getting here, I told you that I was thinking that there were going to be shops around, so I'll just get chicken and chips.
If you're going to eat in town, because town they have like varieties, you can play around it, but in my house you can't bring takeout to my house.
For your mind. For your mind, who will not bring takeout to your house? We eat the takeout.
To be honest.
So on this episode we're going to be talking on a kind of sensitive topic. Friendship. Tayo here is my friend, and met at work, but he's my friend.
We met.
Someone that I can just call and just tell him at last minute that, oh my guy, I'm coming to Manchester, or blah 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 blah. I'm going to sleep at the place, and he just say, okay, no problem, no wahala. He has passed.
Again, it's the kind of person I am, so it's not like a big deal for me. But I think that this kind of thing that. Because this week I'm off from work here, so why can't I host like someone that I know here? So it's all right. But I remember the last time you were in Manchester, we met in town and everything, but you were going back that day, so I don't see it as a big deal.
Anyway, people don't receive visitors over here. Yeah, so I'm the only one that used to visit people. Definition of friendship. Can you give me, because all the questions I'm going to be targeting you with questions. So give me your definition of friendship.
I'm not ready for this smoke because people have different definition for friendship.
Your
so
definition.
To say, yeah. In my own definition, a friend is someone that I can talk to, I can share my day-to-day experience with, and we can share our different trauma and try to be there, try to be in present, try to be there for your friend, yeah. But also friendship is not about sharing trauma. Yeah. I like a good time. I want to go out with my friends, but over the course of time, yeah, we're getting older, I've tried to define who my friends are. So I have friends for different things, because I don't think it's fair to have friend for all aspects of your life here, because it will be too much for that kind of friend, for one friend to be involved in all aspects of your life. So that friendship for different purposes, friendship for different reasons, and that's how I see my friends here. Except you want to be my party friend, you want to be my trauma friend, you want to be my gym friend, you want to be
party friends, aka rogue.
Hey, I don't really go out that much,
This guy's a rogue.
I just have a very different type of personality, and it's not for people because I have friends that they've known me for over 10 years. For them, it's just normal. That's who Tyre is. That's who Tammy is. You understand? It's not like he's new. It's because our friendship is still relatively new. Like, it's been like 1 year that we've known each other. Yeah. So that's why you're like, why is this guy like this? But honestly, this is how I've been since secondary school. Like, my secondary school friends that I'm still friends with, they can say that, yeah, that's how he has been all through to uni, all through to my adult life.
Okay. So, I already have like a glimpse of what you take friendship to be. Okay. So, I just wrote down this question now. Do you think you have to see your friends every day in order for them to keep being your friends?
Right. So I used to be this kind of person that I was like, oh, let me call you every day. Let me tell you what's going on with me every day as it's happening in real time here. But I just made a very new friendship with this very, 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 very dope guy here. And from that friendship, I've been able to understand or learn that we don't have to speak every day. But it does not make us bad friends. It does not make me a bad friend or make yourself a bad friend. It just makes so that we all have got life to do. Yeah, with the way life is, we work with life and everything. Obviously, if there's an emergency, you can call your friends here. But to say you want to speak every day, I think is too much, because when you speak every day and you eventually see these friends in person, it's going to be awkward, because you're going to be repetitive and you're going to keep saying the same things over and over again. It doesn't make any sense. So I the way I am now, I don't think we have to speak every day to still remain friends. We don't speak every day, but when we speak, we catch up from the last time that we spoke. What's been going on with you and things like that. Yeah. So I don't think we have to speak every day.
Okay. See me, I'm asking my question. I didn't even introduce you. Okay. So this is my introduction. I didn't write down any introduction for him because he's my friend. So could need paparazzi. So my pastor back in Nigeria used to say, in this life you need 3 friends. You need a medical doctor, you need a lawyer, and you need your pastor. Now, this guy is the second. He's a lawyer.
Oh my God.
I want lawyers with swag. maybe him and Faust bad guy. They are one, but our lawyers with swag. That's him. He calls himself the Rogue. Yeah.
Rogue. He used to be my fashion brand.
Oh, so because
I was into fashion and styling, like back in Nigeria.
My research not get there.
So I just my company was Rogue here, because I just see myself as someone that does not, I don't necessarily follow the rules of fashion or the rules of networking and everything. I do what I want to do here. And sometimes people see it as someone that is rogue, because being rogue, so to say, is like you being like an outcast, or you being like a outlaw kind of person. So that's how I've always seen myself, even with my fashion sense and everything. Obviously, like when I came to England and everything, I was not really into like the old fashion simple. Like even in my day-to-day when I'm going out and everything, it's not something commonly would be worn by the everyday person. So that's how I always see myself, like just like an outlaw person.
So let me guess, I know the uniform for law in university was white and black.
Yeah.
And it's still white and black.
It's still white and black.
So let me guess, you are the kind of person that probably maybe wear white and black, but you put a touch of something.
It had to be a touch of something.
You had to put a touch of
Because
something.
obviously white and black was just really boring.
Thank God you're no more in Nigeria.
Why do we even have to do that, to be honest?
Okay. Thank God you're not more in Nigeria. Let's see. You don't employ into the courts.
Again, that's why I never went into practicing. I never went to practice. Never, intentionally said I want to do anything law related. Yeah, so it wasn't my calling. It was just something my parents wanted me to do. So yeah, I just gave it to them.
Right now, you're doing your calling. Is that what you're saying?
Right now, I'm not doing my calling. So to say, why would you put me on the spot that way? I'm not doing my calling. But and that's the thing about adulthood, yeah.
I'll put you on the spot. Everybody knows how I used to put them on the spot.
What's about adulthood, yeah? We have a plan, and the universe laughs at our plans, yeah. But it does not take the effort of where the space that I am today, because it's a space that I have grown to. I have shadowed the department I want to work out, and I am grateful that I've been able to get job opportunities in that field. And it's something that I want to grow into it professionally. I want to grow into if fashion or styling should come in, it will be like a side gig here, but for now I am happy where I am here. It's not where I wanted to be, but it's something that it's not so bad, and I actually enjoy doing it. Yeah, so might as well just do it and get paid for it.
Okay, because I can remember when you were back in hall, you were saying, I attended one of your classes. That class was very interesting.
Yeah, marketing. That was the marketing. Yeah, it was. So it's because in my previous experience, so I used to do e-commerce product management, and there's always sprinkles of marketing into it. So you know what? This is something I might want to digress into, but have I found the opportunity to do that? No. Have I chased it? Yes. But has it been forthcoming? No. Hey, that's life. You take your L's and you move on.
Because to be honest, marketing is in everybody's activity. Every business, even if you are just to walk from here to the junction, you will still do something related to marketing.
Right.
That's what people don't understand. And that's why we have this podcast. So people would not feel like marketing, because the first thing that people get when they hear the word marketing is that Jesus, it's a stressful job.
What is marketing? You're trying to sell a product. That's marketing.
Yeah.
You're trying to sell a product.
Yeah.
But if you're not connecting to the target audience, how are you going to sell the product? If you're
not connecting to the target audience, then you have missed it from the onset.
So there's a thing is, what kind of product are you selling? What is your target audience? So how are you able to connect the product to your target audience?
Those are the things we put in place before we carry out marketing strategies.
Obviously, but again, we've seen a lot of companies today, they're not connecting with the target audience. That's why their products are not selling.
Exactly.
And they are multi-billion companies. What exactly is going on?
I posted something on my is it Thread? I think
people use Thread. See?
Well, may I still use Thread?
Why would you use Thread? Because because Twitter, everybody that went to Thread, they're back to Twitter now.
Let me back to Twitter.
No offense, I could just never call it X. Nah.
Let me back to X. But me, I use everything. Twitter, Instagram, Thread, all the social media platforms. I use them. I try to explore everything. I don't have work. Thank you. But I posted something, and what I posted was because I noticed a trend with companies.
Yeah.
Because I've been opportunity to work with some companies, and I noticed that managing their content online, their social media, is very difficult. Why? Because most of them, we understand that they have a brand, so most of them are streamlined. If this is what we are known for, they'll just stick to it. They don't want to create content that catch other niches of life.
Right.
like this friendship that we're talking about now is related one way or the other to marketing. Calm down. It's related.
Yeah.
It's related because some of the questions I'll be asking you will be some very sensitive questions that would be ready for it, that would show that, okay, fine, what do I actually have to do in order to make my prospects buy from me? Do you think your parents influenced your choice of friends?
For me, yeah, I think it did because it did.
Okay.
It did.
African background.
It did.
Understand?
Yeah, the background. Yeah, it did because from that, you know, being living in certain areas within Lagos State. Yeah, it gave me access to being friends with people that had money. I wouldn't say I would say we were wealthy, but we were comfortable. But because, you know, we're able to still live in that environment. We went to the same schools. We know people that have money, people that had influence, people that had names, so to say. Yeah. So, you know, it opened the window for me personally. And I'm a kind of person that I'm a people's person. Like, I know how to chat people up. I know how to like sell myself.
I mean, that's why we are here.
I have a very interesting personality, so it used to draw people in.
Wait, so just one question. So for questioning short.
Yeah.
Do you think you're an introvert, extrovert, ambivert?
I'm a bit of both. I'm a bit mixture of both of them, because there are days whereby I just don't want to leave my house. I don't want to leave my room. I just want to be on Netflix watching shows that I have watched growing up again. There are days like, you know what, I need to be on the streets. I am for the streets. Like, I want to go out Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even Monday after work here. So I'm that kind of person sometimes, but sometimes I just want to be in my room. I just want to go to the gym. I just want to have a nice shower, come back to my room, munch on food, and go to bed. So it's a bit of most, depending on my mood and my, you know, bank account.
That's very, very important too, actually.
It's very important.
Okay, so in short, your parents influenced.
Yes, I will say yes. That's
the influence of choice of friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think it was done intentionally, but by your surrounding, growing up in certain areas, growing up with certain people, you are already influenced by it, because you're exposed to a certain lifestyle. So those are the kind of friends that I would want, and that's the kind of friend. I'm not a friend but those are the kind of friends that I have now grown up, because again, I went to private schools, I went to things like that. So it gave me that exposure to certain things and certain people.
Okay, so have you been in any instance whereby, I know it's women that do this, your mom saw you, well, let's just say your parents, any one of them saw you.
Mostly my mom.
Exactly.
My dad didn't.
Dads don't really care about things like that. Okay, like probably your mom saw you with somebody. I was like, I mean, even African parents, they don't even have to say anything. They just look at their eyes. You already know what they mean.
Yeah.
You're not meant to be there. Why are you mixing with that person?
Yeah.
Did you ever experience it?
It was my mom. It was my mom. And she because me as a person, I like the fine things of life. So I learned quite quickly on that aspect. But it was mostly my brother, my baby brother, that, you know, he was a people, like, he would go on the street. He was on the street. Like, when I'm in the street, not even like outside.
So he was on the street. A low level.
Yeah, my brother was in the street, and even like till today, my mom still battles like, why you like? I mean, she wouldn't say with all her former, but like, why is it that you're friends with certain kind of people? Why is it that you are in this association? Like, why are you in football viewing centers? You know,
that's part of it.
Yeah, you know, when you have like a whole DSTV going on with you at work, in the house here. Why are you in the gaming center? We have games at home. Why are you associating with certain people when you should be associating with certain other people? You know, yeah. My brother was the one that had like, remember, me and my elder ones, we caught on the, you know, gist list quickly. Well, I did out of all of them the most. Yeah.
Okay. So we've talked about parents influencing your choice of friends. Now, what influences your own, like your own personal?
My own personal choice of friendship will be a good person, because I am a good person if I do say so myself.
In short, I'm a good person.
I am a good person if I do say so myself. Yeah, so I tend to my love language to my friends is mostly my act of service. Act of service. Like I like to I'm not even I think of myself as a very resourceful person. So it has given me the opportunity to, make my act of service a more progressive way or progressive manner. So yeah, I always know how to I know how to see it. When I see a person, I can tell you're a good person with our conversation, and also being a good communicator. I don't want friends that you're going through life and you can't also share what exactly you're going through with me. That's not a good trait in that friendship, because again, I want to know what's going on with you. I want to know, is there anything that I can do to either be helpful to you or make your pain a little bit less painful or take off a little bit burden from you? That's how I do my friendship. Like my extended friend of mine, Ike, would call me out and say, "You're not his dad. You're not his mom. You don't have to, do being acting up parenthood on a certain person, not because that's how I want to be friends with you. That's how I know." So I've been called so many times that you need to step back a bit and let the person deal with it as an adult. You don't have to be the one to deal with certain things.
Okay. In short, you like people to be open.
Yes.
To be open.
Yeah. Be vulnerable.
But see, me as a person, I'm a very, very hard person. Like most of the time, just like you, I like people to share with me. But I figured out as I grew up that these people that share with me, they now get so used to it that every time, it's usually their problems they give to me.
Well, it's solely on that person, because problems should be shared mutually in two ways. Yeah. If on the conversation, I'm always talking about myself, because I had a friend. It was like a 10 years friendship, and I noticed that when we would converse, I'm always the one sharing, and it started being like a red flag for me. Like, why aren't you sharing with me? And it was not that I was not asking those questions for you to share, but it's just that, why aren't you sharing? If I'm sharing with you, why aren't you sharing? So most times that's when you start, ticking the red flags and start, because you can't tell me there's nothing for you to share. I had a friend, this same friend here, we were friends I would say we were friends for nearly 10 years, but I did not know what your parents looked like, or most of your slim. I do not know their names, or
situation whereby you
how they look like,
for years and not know anything about the person.
So yeah, it gets you thinking that, are we really friends? Why can't you? Are you ashamed of them, or is there something like you don't want me to know, or what exactly is going on? So it got me thinking, and honestly, that's one of the reasons that led to the end of that friendship, because I just felt like, and it wasn't me, because I was asking the question that, okay, what is going on with you? Like you would give me breadcrumbs here, but it was not entirely, what a friend should share with you.
Okay, so have you experienced a situation whereby maybe you are facing something and out of the blues, a friend just called you and was interested in your problems?
Yes. I have friends
You
like that.
experience that.
Yes.
You have good friends.
And it's a very, you see,
Have good friends.
it's a very beautiful experience. Like having friends that want to be there for you, and it's still happening to me. I have friends like that today. It's like
a lot of people don't have that kind of
and that's why I'm
relationship.
saying that. See, you have to be intentional with the people you keep around, the people you call friends. Like I'm going through something like career-wise right now, and I've had my friend, call in to say, like, okay, let's do it this way. Even when I had interviews, my friend would call me while on the interview on video calls. We're trying to, what kind of questions, come up with those scenario-based questions, scenario-based, answers and things like that. Those are the kind of friends I have. They want to help me, and that's not because, and it's not because they know that I have done it. That is something I would do. There's something my friend said to me.
Oh.
You will do the same for me as well.
Okay, yeah.
Clearly, he said it is to me. You will do the same for me. So yeah, that's the kind of person I am. I won't say I expect, but again, when you're a good friend, you tend to have good friends around you as well.
You just said something now. You said I won't say I expect.
I don't expect. That's the thing. Because if you expect, I used to expect in the past year, and yeah, it will mess you up. Disappointment, big disappointment.
Yeah, because I had a conversation with somebody, and the person was hammered on the fact that if he does good for somebody and the person is his friend, he definitely has an expectation from the person. So it looks like an entitlement mentality.
I won't lie to you. Life is not black and white as maybe you want to portray it here, but do we expect things from our friends? I think we all do. I think we all do. Because so something similar happened to me like recently. Like I went to Nigeria back in July, and I took some things for a particular person, and it was a lot of things because I was planning on going with one suitcase, but because even I saw the things I wanted to be like, yeah, I need to take another suitcase because there were clothes, there were shoes, there were picture portraits from his graduation, and I'm like, you know what, yeah, I'm entitled to 2 suitcases to 23 kg, so I took the extra suitcase. And recently went to Nigeria, and my mom wanted to send me my skincare products and drugs. And this person started coming up with excuses. When he saw the products, coming up with excuses. That there are about 15 skincare products. In my head, I'm like, you don't have to count. They're just soap, face cream, syrup, and body cream and things like that. Yeah, but nobody's going to count it because I know if you're traveling, you're checking your luggage. Nobody's going to count it because obviously people traveling, people know that people are relocating permanently, so they have to go with certain things here. Nobody is going to count it.
Yeah.
I've never heard it that people are counting, skincare and things that are soap and things like that. So when you started coming up with scenarios like that, I was like, I didn't do all of this for you. In my head, I'm like, I didn't do all of this when I was bringing things to you back to Nigeria. It's not a matter of expectation, matter of I've told you, I've asked you about this like a few weeks before you even decide that you confirm that you're going to travel.
No, in that kind of situation, I feel you should have, or probably the person that you are sending, should have weighed.
It was weighed. My mom weighed it,
and asked
it was 3 kg.
And did you ask the person that, do you have space for 3 kg?
Obviously, I did. I was kind of disappointed. He came back to say, oh, it's not about the weight, it's about the product, it's skincare. There are 15 skincare. Then immigration will not allow me come to the EU country with 15 skincare. You don't have to pack it. It's your suitcase. That's your skincare. It's your skincare. I've not heard of immigration coming to tell you, they want to take off your skincare because there are 15 in quantity. No, it's soap.
I think they stopped my mom for that before.
I don't think so. I think they're going to
I was there.
short flights.
I was there. I think they stopped that because of it. And I think when my sister was coming from the US to Nigeria they stopped that.
No. When I traveled and I was coming back, I brought skincare from Nigeria and almost the same amount. Nobody stopped me. It's like when you're traveling in bulk, nobody's going to stop you. You're checking in those luggages. Nobody's going to stop you. As long as you're not traveling with contraband. But yeah, he didn't take that load for me. So I had to return.
I just learned something.
I had to return, the products back to my mom. And guess what? The products are now in the country now because our friend was traveling the next day, and yeah, she was happy to help me bring the products. Nobody stopped the woman in the airport. So what are we on about? And I did say it because I'm very good at communication. I told him that, yeah, I'm really disappointed in you. Mm-hmm. I am proper disappointed in you because that was not the case when because of you, I had to take an extra suitcase when I was traveling. And mind you, if you've traveled and you're going to Heathrow, you have to go through those underground rail stations. I was taking 2 suitcases going to the underground. Those are the pain I was going through. But to help me, bring over like skincare products that's where you draw the line out. So I was not hurt because I was not hurt. I told him I was disappointed, and that was it.
And you disappointing back.
There's no need to do all of that because I wouldn't even tell someone like that I'm traveling to Nigeria because there's no point. Exactly, there's no point. And mind you, it's not just taking load to Nigeria. I also had to take this load for him to like the local GIG in Nigeria to take it to because the family doesn't stay in Lagos that I stay in. So I took it to GIG again. Did your payment, did your carriage to the office there. So it was more of like a sacrifice. That's what I think friendship is about, sacrifice as well.
God bless you. God bless you. Hey, I like that word. Sacrifice.
Yeah, it's about
Sacrifice. Because there are a lot of instances where someone as a friend will not have something. Because I know my dad did that a lot. He tried to go out of his way to help his friends. Yeah, I think I'm that kind of person too.
I am as well.
Because my sister is usually telling me that, Tommy, yeah, if my brother-in-law used to tell me that, I'm just like him. Why? Because people can take advantage of me.
People do, and and that's it. See, when people take advantage of you, the same friendship that I ended like recently, like almost 10 years, I felt I was taking advantage of because I was the giver. When I looked at it over the course of the years of the friendship, I never received much. I mean, we're not supposed to expect, but when the friendship has ended and you start to, reflect back on it, you be like, damn.
That time that you start thinking that, why am I missing this person? Cool, useful.
Yeah, I'm not even joking with you yet. I have missed like the conversation we had there, but when you look at did I really miss this person, or it was just my bad behavior, like you're not being useful to me. Honestly. Like you're not being useful to me when you're supposed to step up as being a friend. When I was coming to the UK, you were not there. You didn't give me one kobo. When I was had monumental moments of my life, this person was not there to support me. Monumental aspects of my life. So like what are you actually there for?
Go on bed.
Like you're just lingering in the shadows, and I felt like I was emotionally manipulated because this person would pretend to be there for me emotionally when you're going through like some traumas, but there are other places that you could also be supportive. You're not there. They make you feel like they're there for you in your trauma, in your trying period.
They encourage us.
When you're supposed to be there for you, in other aspects, they're not there. You have to be the one picking up the slack. So I just felt like it was a bit emotionally manipulative.
So how long do you think someone can be close to you in order to call the person your friend?
Well, it's tricky, yeah. It's tricky, and it's tricky, and it's kind of different because there are people that your friend you meet today and you just click. and you feel
Honestly.
like you've known this person your entire life.
Honestly.
I have met a friend in Manchester when I newly moved to Manchester back in January, February-ish. And we've clicked, and because we're new to Manchester, that's how we're able to click. Because we didn't know Manchester that well. He just moved from Ireland. I just moved from Hull. Like we didn't know Manchester that way. And trust me, we speak. See, we speak not every day, yeah, but I can tell you that we speak within 24 hours. We've spoken like 1 or 2 hours out of that. I mean, 24 hours is it's not on that same day. But yeah, and it feels like we've known each other. I mean, we're obviously like different people, yeah, but we just clicked. We clicked
Instantly.
We clicked. And we have like different backgrounds because we didn't grow up in Nigeria. We have like different backgrounds, we are still learning. We are learning to how to manage each other's backgrounds and each other's different personalities. But we click. So when you know. I see your guts would tell you. Then the way the person would act would tell you as well. Like you can tell when somebody is good to you or good for you.
So do you feel, because I know that a lot of African parents say this thing especially when we're in secondary school, they'll tell you that right now is not the time to make friends.
Oh.
Right now is not the time to make friends. But to me, I feel like back then was the time to make friends. Why? Because right now that you're old enough, making friends is very difficult.
Yeah,
it's very difficult.
Adult making friends as an adult, oh my god, is the most stressful and a very weird space in one's life, because it's like, oh my, like we start have to talk about growing up,
I feel like because we are adults is now the main reason why we kind of have expectations, which is not meant to be so. As a child, we were just friends as per it's cool, it's this,
but
it's that.
Don't you think that being friends with someone from like say your childhood, sometimes you outgrow those friendship.
Honestly,
sometimes you outgrow those friendships. So it's not black and white. Sometimes you outgrow those friends, because I mean I still like speak to people that I've known since secondary school.
Yeah.
Secondary school is the highest reach that I can go for. Primary school, I can't think of anyone's full name in primary school that I can actually go and search for. But secondary school, yeah, that's the reach that I can go. We still speak. We're on Instagram. We still speak. And some of them are in England, even though we've not yet seen yet. But we still check up on them and everything. Even like some of my childhood friends, family friend that we grew up in the same estate, we don't communicate, but like we're on each other's Instagram or on each other's social media. So it's like it's some sort of checking up, so to say. Yeah, but it is the hardest time to make friends as an adult. It is very hard to make friends as an adult here, because people do really be weird. That's one. People do be weird. Then two is more like this person just grew up in a different background than I grew up, and so some people because it's a doggy dog world out there. Some people grew up on survival mode. Yeah. So they will bring that kind of survival mood to yourself, and it's not something that I want right now. When you're a certain age, you just want peace. You want peaceful friend. You want a very quiet life. But some people, because they grew up in a doggy world survival mode, yeah, they're going to bring out usage mentality to in the way they operate with yourself. They want to use you for what you have. They want the way they talk to you in a very harsh manner or harsh tone. Yeah. I'm a baby boy. I want peaceful. I want soft. It's like, don't come with all that harshness to me. I'm not gonna have it.
Well, you're right. Yeah, it feels like we have almost the same. That's why. Because I believe that friendship has been bastardized now.
It has. And that's why, see, I'm no shade to anybody, and that's why you see a lot of these Instagram girlies. I use them because they are the ones that are always portraying friendship like a whole lot. Like, you see them being like the best friend, BFF to the end. They're traveling together this month. The next month, they're not even following each other on Instagram anymore. They're not even saying, oh, MCW Wednesday crush, women's crush Wednesday or something. You're not seeing them again. What has happened? Maybe just one argument. It could be just one argument that's caused that end of breakup.
That's what most of my friends are guys anyway. Yeah.
But so see again, let me tell you what the ratio of my friends, women, is 70-30 to men. Why? A lot of guys here. They don't have in-depth friendship. A lot of guys, you can be talking to you can be in a setting here, like in a party. You don't even know this guy's name. This guy. A lot of male friendship are not in-depth. They're very much on the surface. Tell me how many of your friends, how many of your male friends that you've actually shared your problem with, and if you look at it, don't you share your problem mostly with your female friends?
I'm a very, very unique person. I'm a very unique person.
Yeah.
I don't see myself having a lot of friends, but if I ask a lot of people, they'll tell me that I have a lot of friends. I have categories of friends. Like, okay, growing up, secondary school, I was in choir. I used to go out to have fun with some of my friends that my parents knew. So these are things that filtered my friendship level with you. So I know that some people are just church. Just relate with them on the church level as friends. Some people, when I get to school, I know that, okay, these are people that I hang around with in school. Then some people, when I go out or when I want to go and get something in the market or somewhere, I know that if I call this person ASAP, he will link me up. I'll be like, okay, that's my friend in that regard. Then some people that my parents knew that we are family friends and everything, just wants to pass as my friend. As my friends. That's the way I filter friends.
Right.
That's the way I filter friends. And so it now makes me feel like all these people that I know are not my friend.
They're just people you know, you're more acquaintance.
They're those people I know. I know my friends.
Yeah. I would place them 50-50. That's how I would see my thing. But having boundaries is very important in managing relationship and friendship.
Okay. Boundaries, very important. So how do you filter through friendship groups?
Well, to be honest with you, that's a bit tricky one, because I feel like you should have friends for different aspects, and that's what people say. People say you should not even bring all your friends from different aspects together, because that's just recipe for disaster, because they all have different personality. You have friends that are quieter. Maybe the friend that wants you to go to the library, wants you to go to the library, wants you to go to check art galleries and things like that. Whereas you have the friend that wants to go clubbing, wants to be drinking partners and things like that. You cannot put all of those friendship in one space. Oh my God, that's a recipe for disaster. I have done it before.
Okay.
Do not do it.
I feel like I'm on track. Even my understanding of that question is still on track, because me as a person, I have friends, different kinds of friends. Like I went to secondary school, obviously. So I have friends from secondary school. I have friends from church. I have friends that are family friends. Our parents know each other. I have friends that when I want to get something, when I want to go to the market, I just call them and say,
do you want to tag along?
Tag along, or I know that they're going to take me to the right place to get it.
or bargain with the right prices.
Exactly.
I know what you mean.
So, how do you manage friendship with your relationship?
Bro, that's the hard one. I'm not in a relationship at the moment, but like I have been in previously. I try to build a bridge between my significant partner, my friends. Try to do as much group activities that I can afford to start. My partner can be able to know my friends, and my friends can be able to know my partner. It just makes it very easy that they get along. And excuse me, and if they don't get along, you just have to, because again, I cannot, in good conscience, it's just because I'm in a relationship and a friendship, a childhood friendship that this person has been with me through thick and thin. I cannot, in good conscience, end that friendship all because I want to make my partner, good, or because my partner has requested for me to end that friendship. It's not fair, because I cannot stand people that when they get into relationship, they cut off their friends. it doesn't make any sense. These are people that have been with you through thick and thin. These are people that will probably be with you when that relationship ends, and they'll give you tissue for you to cry with. So why be stupid and end the friendship? Or because you're in a relationship?
It might be a situation whereby maybe one of the partners said, okay, I don't like this person that you're being friends with. This person, he dresses weird, he dresses this, he probably drinks too much, he does this.
You have to make your partner to know that we're all different people, we're all different human beings, and if there's a reason why I'm friends with this person, and this is the reason why, you have to be explanatory to the partner that, oh, do you know this person has this other side to he or herself that it really shows here, because I have very soft side to myself, but I rarely show it out. But people that know me, people that are in my inner circle, they know that, oh yeah, Tyre's like this, Tyre's like that, like, do you know what I mean? Like, so like you have to either make your partner realize or understand that, yeah, he might come off this way, but that's not who he really is, yeah, and you should try to get to know him better, because at the end of the day, if that person has been a great friend to you, you have to find common ground between your partner and your friend. That's how I would do it, because I wouldn't in good conscience end a friendship all because my partners asked me to, because you don't know what I've been through. My friends, I understand that my partner is my future, but might be my future, because again, we can break up. But imagine breaking up with a partner and you've had to break up your 20 years friendship all because that partner has asked you, and you have to now want to run back to that friendship. Obviously not. So marriages break up, and it's those friends that will be there for you to hold you.
People like me, I don't see. I don't even think of divorce. I don't think of breaking up.
No, obviously you're gonna think of it.
I want to date for marriage, and the way I picture marriage, divorce is not in my own dictionary. Do you get? Divorce is not in my own dictionary.
I mean, that's you as a person, but I am a person that I'm very realistic. I'm like, if it's not working, it's not working. There's no need to push it all because society wants us to push it. No, and I think that comes from me, because my parents are divorced, so I think even before they eventually said, let's go our way, they struggled because they wanted like society, they were church goers, they wanted society to see them as the perfect couple. Like outside they were friendly, but inside they were not speaking to each other. And I think it did contribute, it did affect my mentality in the way I see relationship and marriages. Yes, definitely. But again, if somebody's not happy in a marriage or in a relationship, it's time for you to call it quits. After, obviously, you do like works to make sure that we're working to make sure we're trying to save it. But if it's unsavable, what's the point? Just because society wants you to be in a marriage, or because you want to celebrate 20 years of wedding anniversary? Yeah.
Oh no.
That's what most of our parents used to do. They want that celebration more than their happiness or how it affects their children. Because again, your children your child is going to see that you're just sticking in that marriage, yeah, but you're not happy. You're not even speaking to each other in the house. You're sleeping in different bedrooms.
Just hope these people subscribe. Yeah, I'm not proud.
Subscribe to his channel.
I'm just
put a food on his plate.
To subscribe to
Put a food on his plate.
I'm very sure you guys have enjoyed the conversation that we've had.
It's not very deep and very
It's very deep, right?
But friendship and relationships are a deep topic, because a lot of us are going through friendship breakups, low key,
Friendship breakups.
Yeah, friendship breakups. A lot of us are going through friendship breakups. A lot of friends are very manipulative and they are very users. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has to be said. I've just come out of almost 10 years, friendship, and yeah, when I'm reflecting back, it gets very interesting. Obviously, I'm not saying I didn't have like my faults, yeah, but I did have my fault, but it was just very one-sided. It was very manipulative. It was very.
I have a lot of things to pour out. I just hope
at the end of the day, I didn't really say much, because when you're in reflective mood,
we will not sit there.
No, you're over it. Yeah, I'm just over it. Like I don't want to dwell in it anymore. Okay. I do not want to dwell in it anymore. Okay. So yeah.
Okay. subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. Put a food on his
Please.
table.
I've not been saying subscribe. I still don't know. I have to start getting.
Subscribe for his
I have to start
channel.
getting used to pausing. Then, hello guys, subscribe to my channel.
Subscribe to his channel, please. Put a
But
food on his table.
I never remember. And that's the reason why the editor will be putting subscribe.
Yeah, you should say it to them and stop and just run about it.
All right. Guys, I will change. I will change. That one I can promise you, I will change very soon. Thank you very much. Peace.